If you've ever been in the middle of a home sale, you know the feeling watching the clock and wondering when escrow will finally close. Some deals wrap up in a week, while others drag on for 2 months or more. The biggest reason for that difference usually comes down to one thing: whether a mortgage lender is involved. Understanding how a traditional escrow timeline compares to a cash escrow can help you make smarter decisions when reviewing offers on your home. Let's walk through both processes step by step. What is escrow, and why does it take so long? Escrow is a process where a neutral third party, usually a title company or escrow officer, holds money and documents while both the buyer and seller complete all required steps to finalize the sale. Neither party gets what they're expecting until every condition in the agreement is met. Traditional escrow takes longer, mainly because of the lender. The lender must verify the buyer's finances, order an appraisal, review the title, run underwriting, and issue final loan approval. Each of these steps adds time, and delays can happen at any stage. In fact, studies show that the average time to close on a home with financing is around 44 days after an offer is accepted. What makes cash escrow different? When a buyer pays in cash, the lender is completely removed from the process. There's no mortgage application, no underwriting, no bank-required appraisal, and no waiting for loan approval. The structure of escrow stays the same, but the most time-consuming steps disappear. As a result, cash escrows can typically close in 7 to 14 days, and sometimes even faster if everything is ready and the title is clear. That's a major difference compared to the 40-plus days of a financed deal. Traditional escrow timeline, step by step. Here's what usually happens in a financed escrow from start to finish. Days 110, opening escrow and inspections. Once the seller accepts the offer, escrow opens and the buyer deposits earnest money. The lender begins collecting financial documents like pay stubs, bank statements, and tax returns. During this period, the buyer schedules a home inspection. The inspection itself is quick, but the report can take a couple of days. If issues are found, both parties may negotiate repairs or credits, which can extend the timeline. At the same time, the title company begins a title search to check for liens, unpaid taxes, or ownership issues. Days 1130, appraisal and underwriting. This phase is often the longest. The lender orders an appraisal, which can take 10-14 days depending on the market. If the appraisal comes in at value, things move forward. If it comes in low, the deal may need to be renegotiated, adding more time and uncertainty. Next comes underwriting, where the lender reviews all documents. They may request additional paperwork multiple times before issuing final approval. Days 30-60, final approval and closing. Once the lender gives a clear to close, the escrow officer prepares final documents. The buyer signs paperwork, funds are transferred, and the deed is recorded. In ideal situations, this happens around day 30, but more commonly, it takes 41 to 60 days, and sometimes longer. Accelerated cash escrow timeline. Now let's look at how things move when a cash buyer is involved. Days 1-3, proof of funds and title search. After the offer is accepted, the buyer provides proof of funds, usually a bank statement or letter confirming available cash. The title company immediately begins the title search. If the property has a clean history, this step can be completed quickly. Days 3-7, inspection and document preparation. Cash buyers may choose to inspect the property or waive inspections altogether. If they proceed, it's usually completed within a few days. Unlike financed deals, there's no appraisal and no underwriting. This removes weeks from the process. The escrow officer prepares closing documents while the title work is finalized. If everything checks out, closing can happen in as little as a week. Side-by-side timeline comparison. Offer accepted traditional day 1 cash, day 1. Earnest money traditional days 1-3 cash, days 1-2. Inspection traditional days 3-10 cash, days 2-5. Appraisal traditional days 10-25 cash, not required. Underwriting, traditional, days 15-35 cash, not applicable. Title search traditional, days 5-20 cash, days 3-7. Clear to close traditional, days 30-50 cash, days 5-10. Final signing traditional, days 35-55 cash, days 6-12. Closing traditional, days 41-60 cash, days 7-14. The difference is clear. Traditional escrow involves multiple extended stages, while cash escrow compresses everything into a much faster sequence. What can still slow down a cash escrow? Cash deals are faster, but not completely immune to delays. Common issues include title problems like liens or unpaid taxes, buyer delays in providing proof of funds, disputes after inspection, slow processing by the escrow company, legal complications related to the property. The fastest closings happen when the buyer is ready, the title is clean, and communication is smooth. Why the timeline matters for sellers. Every extra day in escrow costs money. Sellers continue paying mortgage interest, property taxes, insurance, and utilities until closing. A 60-day escrow can significantly increase holding costs compared to a 7-day cash deal. On top of that, financed deals carry a higher risk of falling through due to loan issues. This is why many sellers choose a slightly lower cash offer. It offers speed, certainty, and fewer complications. Conclusion: a traditional escrow with financing typically takes 41 to 60 days. A cash escrow can close in 7 to 14 days. The main difference is the removal of the lender and all the steps that come with it. When you understand the process, it becomes clear why many sellers prioritize speed and reliability over a higher offer price. Frequently asked questions. What is the main difference between traditional and cash escrow? Traditional escrow includes a lender, which adds steps like underwriting and appraisal. Cash escrow removes the lender, allowing for a much faster closing. Can a cash escrow really close in 7 days? Yes, if the buyer is prepared, the title is clear, and all parties move quickly. Closing in 7 days is very achievable. What does an escrow company do? They act as a neutral party, holding funds and documents until all conditions of the sale are completed. What causes delays in cash escrow? Title issues, unprepared buyers, inspection disputes, or slow processing can delay even a cash deal. Does escrow work the same everywhere? No, it varies by state. Some states use title companies, others use attorneys, and timelines can differ based on local practices. If you're thinking about selling your home and want a faster, smoother closing experience, it's worth exploring your options. Understanding the escrow timeline can help you choose the right offer with confidence. If you'd like to see what a quick, hassle-free cash sale looks like, reach out today and take the next step toward a faster closing.